हम दोनों मिलकर रहे थे शिवज्वाली से महाभारत को कट कर देते। Okay, so we are going today Union Government and Administration. So first of all, we will start executive, president, power of president, position of president, role of prime minister, position of prime minister, parliament, role of functions, position of Rajya Sabha, parliamentary tradition, judiciary, judicial review, judicial activism, judicial reform, intergovernmental relations, cabinet, prime minister office, secretariat, ministry and department, attached office, and all that. So first of all, the modern government was originally formed through the constitution, and the constitution was approved by India lawmaking official. So November 26, 1949, and it came into effect 26 January, and the government of India is officially known as the Union government. Sometimes is also referred as the central government. This union is made of 28 states and 7 UTs. So executive, the Indian government has 3 organs, namely executive, legislature, judiciary, and the executive in India is the division of government that control and administer the function of the civil service of the country, which look after day-to-day working of government. The executive is the primary and prominent organ of the government in terms of importance. It has been playing its role much before attempt were made to organize the branch of government. An executive has been the manifestation of the government. It has been performing its function of executive and law made by the legislature and also implementing the policies. The efficiency of the government depends on the effective implementation of its policy of executive. It is the pivotal round which actual administrative of the state revolve and include all the officials. So the president, vice president, prime minister, council of minister, governor, attorney general. Okay, so the president of India has been given the status of the head of the executive branch, and however the actual authority is in hands of the council of minister, which headed by prime minister. And the prime minister has the responsibility of advising the president, and the council of minister including the prime minister is answerable to the Lok Sabha lower house, also all the called the House of People, and the central executive branch in India. Thus, the president at the head, the vice president, and the council of ministry headed by the prime minister, who help and advise the president. So, in the similar manner, in the state, the governor, who is the appointed by the president and represent this august post, head the state executive. Again, true authority lies the hands of the Council of Ministers headed by the Chief Minister, and the Council of Ministers along with the Chief Minister answerable to the Legislative Assembly. So Legislative Assembly is the state executive branch. President is the in Article 52 says shall be a President of India, and the President of India is the head of the states of Republic of India, and the President is the formal head of the executive, legislature, judiciary, and commander-in-chief. So the president of India directly elect the electoral college, and the electoral college consists of all the elected member of both the house of parliament and all the elected member of the state legislative assembly. So the president of India is elected member of the both the house of state legislative assembly because the framer of constitution believed that the India being a federal country, the president should represent the federal character and ethos of the India. And the reason behind why president of India is elected indirectly are, if the president is elected directly, then the president will enjoy the mandate of people of India and it may undermine the authority of PM and cabinet. So financial reason, the direct election will cost a huge amount to the government, which will put enormous pressure on the exchequer. So the president of India is the head of the parliamentary states entrusted with all the executive authority, including the supreme command of the force. He exercises power with the aid and advice of the Council of Ministry. He is the more constitutional rule de jure. The Prime Minister is the real head de facto of the government. However, a vast number of the power has been earmarked for the president by the constitution. So the power and function of the president of India can be broadly categorized: executive, legislature, financial, judicial, emergency, military and diplomatic. So the executive power of the union is vested the president, that is the 53, 74, 75, 77, 78, and the constitution deal with the executive power of the president. Article 53 vests all the executive power in the president and empower him to exercise these power directly by himself or through officials subordinate to him. As per this article, supreme command of the defense force of union shall be vested the president and exercise therefore shall be by law. So Article 74 says there shall be a council of ministers with the prime minister at the head of aid and advice of president, and the 75 the prime minister shall be appointed by president and other ministers shall be appointed by president on the advice of prime minister. So 77 talk about the conduct of business of government of India. It say all executive action of government of India shall be expressed to be taken in the name of the president. Order and other instrument made and executed in the name of president shall be authenticated in such a manner as may be specified in rules to be made by the president. So the president shall make rules for the more convenient transaction. And under the 78, it is the duty of Prime Minister to furnish information of President 310 is accept as expressly provided by the Constitution. Every person who is a member of the Defence Service, Civil Service or All India Service hold the post connected with the defence or any civil post under the Union hold during the pleasure of the President. So say not that no person who is the member of civil service union or all India service, civil service of the state hold the civil under union or state shall be dismissed or removed or authority subordinate to that by which is appointed. So under 320 president appoint union public service commission. 299 all the contact made in the exercise of the executive power of the union shall be exercised by the president, and all assurance of the property made in the exercise of the power shall be executed on the behalf of the president. Besides above mentioned power, and the president appoint chief justice and judge of the Supreme Court, High Court, Attorney General and the state governor. So legislative power of the president, he summon prorogue parliament and can dissolve the Lok Sabha. He can address the other house of parliament of both the house jointly. He can send message to the other of the house of parliament whether with respect to the bill pending in the parliament. He can cause certain reports and statement to the laid before the parliament, such as report of the comptroller and auditor general and reports of finance commission. He recommend the introduction of the certain bill in parliament, such as the reorganization of a state, alteration of the boundaries and money bill involving expenditure. No bill can become a law until and unless assented to the president. The president may withhold his assent or return bill to the house for reconsideration if it's not a money bill. Money bill can't be returned or reconsidered. Certain types of bill passed by the state legislature are being reserved for his assent. Certain bills require his prior sanction before they are introduced in state legislature. He nominates 12 members of the Council of States and 2 Anglo-Indian in the House of People. He promulgates ordinance during the rest of the parliament. So financial power of the president, president is the under the following powers. No money bill can be introduced in the House of People without the previous sanction of the president. He caused to be laid before the parliament the annual finance statement of budget before the beginning of every financial year. He can make advance from the contingency fund of India to meet the unforeseen expenses pending approval by the Parliament. He appoints the Finance Commission from time to time to make the recommendation regarding the distribution of taxes and between the union and states. He determines the share of income tax received between the union and states and allocate to the states West Bengal, Assam and export duty in the jute. So judicial power of president. The president of India also enjoys judicial power. Under the 72, the president has the power to grant pardon, reprieve, suspend, remits or commute sentence of person convicted by the court martial and in all cases in which sentence of death has been passed. The president power of the pardon cover offence against act relating to matter in the union list. The president's power does not affect the similar power of the governor and military officer with respect to court martial. It is worthy to note that the president's judicial power does not include the power to grant amnesty. This power is left with parliament. The president enjoys certain privileges in respect to criminal civil proceeding against him. No criminal proceeding can be started against him during the term of office. Civil proceeding can be initiated only after he has served with the 2 months written notice. Military power. The Supreme Court has defense forces vested President of India, but the Constitution expressly laid down the exercise of this power shall be regulated by law. This means for though President may have the power to take action, declare war, peace, employment of defense forces, it competent of Parliament to regulate the control exercise of such power. Judicial power are like a advisory power, and the 72 there is the court martial and death sentence in that he is the powerful. Okay. Now diplomatic powers like the heads of the other states. The president of India represents India international affairs and has the power to appoint Indian representative to other country as well as receive the diplomatic representation. Emergency power, if we are talking article 352, emergency arising of the threat to the security of India or any part of it by the war, external aggression and the internal disturbance. Article 356, emergency arising after the failure of the constitutional machinery in the state. 360, emergency caused by the threat to the financial stability of the India. It is the president who determines whether the emergency should be imposed or not. His judgment in this case cannot be questioned. If the president issue a declaration of national emergency caused by war, threat of war, then he may suspend autonomy of the state and empower the parliament to make the law on all matters including matters state list. Extend to the executive power parliament to make the laws and of the union so as to give the direction to the any states regarding the matter in which the executive power of the union so as to give the direction to the state regarding the manner in which executive power of the union is to be exercised, suspend the fundamental rights including the right to constitutional amendment, modify the provision relating to this distribution of revenue and between the center and state in order to secure the adequate revenue for the government of India. The above is the assessment of various power of President of India. Looking to these powers, one may say that President is no less than a dictator and especially so when an emergency has been declared. However, whatever may be a constitutional provision regarding the power of the President and however vast their power are maybe, yet it may be said that President of India being a head of parliamentary government can exercise his power advice to the cabinet which include the elected representative of people. Article 74 clearly provides that there shall be a council of ministers to aid and advise to the president exercise the function. If he abuses his emergency power, he can remove from office by a process of impeachment. Moreover, it is expected that he will make use of emergency power with the due caution of the advice of Prime Minister. Hence, his emergency power has been compared with the loaded gun which can kill the people and also safeguard them. So, the gun therefore will have to be used to safely. Position of the President. Though the President of India is the head of the state, there have been a number of the queries regarding the actual position of President of India. These queries can be viewed from the perspective of a number of constitutional aspects, including Sivaj, Alam Singhvi, Alan Gadgil, and also from the view of framer of Constitution of India such as T. Krishnachari and K. M. Munshi. So there are a number of comments by the constitution expert. How these comments are non-anonymous. Some experts believe that the position of president is the exact replica of the British crown, whose nominal head Sivaj has come out with four major arguments. First is the according to constitutional article 53 say that executive power of the union shall be vested in president, but this 53 has to be read along with the 74, which say that shall be a council of ministry and headed by the PM, aid and advice to the president. Besides 42 amendment made the aid and advice president binding. Later 44 amendment act some changes, the president may send it back to the reconsideration, but it will be binding in second time. This is because the Council of Minister PM is collectively responsible to the lower house. Secondly, the advice of COM and headed by the PM can't be questioned in any court. And the Constitution provides that the President, where in the office, is immune to judicial proceeding. Thus, one may say that our Constitution borrow British principle implicitly, which say that King can do no wrong. Mr. Sivas say that President in India is a replica of British Crown, and for that matter, the President is the superficial head that than a substantive executive. Second argument: India being a federal state, every state has a governor who enjoys the similar power of the president. However, 163 discretionary power of governor explicitly define the governor need not act on the advice of COM, and moreover under the 201 governor enjoys discretionary power to reserve a bill for the president, and this clearly signifies that the governor enjoys more discretionary than the president of India. Third argument under Article 356, if the president rule is imposed in the state, then the governor operates the absence of the COM, or for that matter the state legislature, but the president of India can't operate without the existence of union legislature, and being a permanent house will always be there. So 356 president rule is imposed in the state. Fourth argument is 61, the president can be impeached on the ground of violation of constitution, and article 74 says that president is not amending aid and advice of council of minister, then it's amount to the violation of the constitution. In some, constitution of India provides for the president to operate aid and advice of the council of minister. So president can be impeached on the ground of violation of constitution. Okay, so meanwhile LM Singhvi, the aid is the article 74 is assisted in the form of consultation. It is not binding to the president. This very idea was taken from the Canadian constitution. However, this argument of Singhvi has its relevance. After 42 amendment, aid and advice become the binding to the president, and 42 amendment act make this some changes. President can return the aid and advice reconsideration. However, same aid and advice is sent back to the president, then he has no choice other to assent. So President of India take the oath, which is different from others, that it's a oath to protect the Constitution of India. The President can be impeached only in a case of violation of Constitution. Unlike Statement 1, both the Statement 2 and 3 relevant today. It is true that President has to protect the Constitution of India. If aid and advice of Council of Ministers country to be Constitution, then he is not bound to accept it. There is the Article 53 provides a number of power of President, and it's not always necessarily then he has to consult with Council of Minister. There are many cases where the President does not consult Council of Minister. For instance, the President need not consult Council in appointment of judges. In brief, President of India according to LM Singhvi does have the role to be played, and the Alan Gladwell has taken the view which quite extreme. Nevertheless, he has logic to support his view. According to him, the Indian Constitution provides a certain arrangement of the President which is quite similar to the Weimar Republic, and to him the only check for the President of India is the impeachment procedure. The impeachment of President of the India suffer from certain limitation, like it is difficult to get the President impeached, then special majority required for the removal of President of India is almost impossible, and the President can prorogue and summon the Parliament even while his impeachment procedure is going on. So Gladwell opined that the President violates the Constitution and he becomes the potential, then the Indian Constitution does not have the proper safeguard to stop him. Though Gladwell's opinion sound quite well, but it is out to context in India, as the Indian democracy has become quite mature. This has been the manifested. For instance, 1977 after national emergency. And furthermore, there is the activity judiciary of India. The Indian judiciary was based on the Japanese principle of procedure established by law. That is, judiciary will interpret later of law and procedure of judgment. And after the Keshwanand Bharti case, Indian judiciary is based on American system, which provides judgment of the intent of law, spirit of law. The judiciary can check over the action of president. The framer of constitution have also come out with the different view or position of the president. T.T. Krishnamacharya believes that the president of India is model on the Westminster system. So he is quite similar to the British Crown. According to B.R. Ambedkar, the President has in generally operate on the aid and advice of Council of Ministers. This is similar to the rubber stamp status of the British Crown. This is not accepted by Nehru. According to him, the President is not expected to the like autonomous rubber stamp. It is not only office of the dignity but also on the office of authority. But the K.M. Munshi agreed with Ambedkar. However, he believed that in certain situation the President may act on the discretion. Apart from the opinion of constitution expert and the framer, there has been a number of judicial interpretation of President position. Three major cases, namely Ram Javaya and the Cooper and Shamsher case, was discussed position of President. In all the three cases, the Supreme Court has made the state President of India as a model on British Crown and has acted in aid and advice of Council of Ministry. Actual practice, like the position of President, can be understood position of Prime Minister. Therefore, the position can be analyzed in phase of Nehruvian era. During the Nehru era, President is not going to be simply act like a British Crown. Prior to the election, Nehru voiced for the socially progressive legislation Hindu marriage bill, and however the President Dr. Rajendra Prasad showed the reluctance. Later the Rajendra accepted after the intervention from the Nehru. After the election, Nehru came out with an open view and Indian President is expected to act as a British Crown. Dr. Rajendra Prasad became the President, not the rubber stamp. President of India is elected versus British Crown is hereditary. President of India headed the federal states. British Crown had the unitary state. Provision of the impeachment. President of India, no provision in the British is the impeachment. So, Rajendra was the opinion that the Indian President is not same to the British Crown. He is not like the rubber stamp. Later, the Radhakrishnan came out with view to embrace the government. He was not given a second term. The Indira Gandhi reign is the referred prime ministerial government. During this period, the President of India was reduced to exact replica of British Crown. The President played a major role during the Janata Party government. Morarji Desai lost majority. The President exercised his discretion. The President ignored the aid and advice of Morarji Desai. Instead of this, Y.V. Charan Singh was invited to the government. So, in general, there are the acrimonious relation between the President and the government during the time of Rajiv, Gyani Jail Singh and Rajiv Gandhi. The Indian Postal Bill was sent for President assent. Gyani Jail Singh was the exercise pocket veto, and the Jail Singh explicitly showed that the President can play very substantive role. So, become a watershed year in the Indian politics. Indian politics entered into the phase of coalition, and the situation discretion which was visible and become a full-fledged discretion and change Indian politics. The President of India being automation in the political nonsense, and the Shankar Dayal Sharma after the loss of majority by the ruling government, it would be the discretion of President whether to call other party to form the government or the fresh election or consider aid of advice of R. Venkataraman. President of India is like an emergency lamp. This means the abnormal situation. The President worked with some authority. K. Narayanan and Abdul Kalam are considered to be the activist President. Narayanan asserted the power of the President. He took very independent stand. He exercised his discretionary power. This has led to the openness, transparency, functioning of the President. During his presidency, Narayan dissolved the Lok Sabha twice. Narayan asked the party leader to punish letter of the support to demonstrate the ability to secure the majority. He set a new precedent concerning the appointment of president. If no party or pre-election coalition had a majority, then the person would be appointed prime minister only. If he was able to convince the president, later the support from the applied party of his ability to secure confidence of house. In doing so, the diverged from the action of presidents who had been faced with the task appointing prime minister from the hung parliament. President and Sanjeev Reddy and Venkataraman and the Shankar Dayal Sharma. The latter two had followed the practice of inviting the leader, single largest party or the pre-election coalition to form the government without investigating the ability to secure the confidence. So the President Narayanan returned the advice from the Union Cabinet to impose the President rule according to 356, one from the Gujarat government and the Kalyan Singh government, Uttar Pradesh. So this is from the Vajpayee government. Okay, and he cited a Supreme Court judgment, S.R. Bommai, Union of India, and exercised his discretion. In both cases, the cabinet honored the president's reservation. This remained the only occasion when the president urged such reconsideration and have set an important precedents concerning federalism and right of state government. Supreme Court announced the judgment representation bill that in the democracy the citizen has a fundamental right to receive the information about the candidates seeking to represent them and ruled the Article 19 Constitution. The Election Commission passed the regulation. Meanwhile, the political party tried to nullify it. Then President Abdul Kalam sent back, and Abdul Kalam took very long time in the giving a sense of the bill, and he was violating the constitution. The predecessors Kalam, Pratibha Patil did not show the activist tone. So Prime Minister of India is, if we are talking about the Prime Minister of India, hold the pivotal position. The fact he is the more powerful than President. The office of Prime Minister first originated in England, was the borrowed from the framer of Constitution. Prime Minister refers the prima inter pares and the mean of first among the equals. PM is the presiding officer among the colleagues, and some of the remarks like William Vince said the interstellar Luna Myers. Ivorganic says the PM is the keystone of cabinet. PM is also refers as the radiant sun in the moon. Harold Lasky says the PS pivot to the whole system of government. Ramsay remarks says the PM is the steering wheel of the ship. Hinton observed the PM is the elected monarch, and the Billiot opinion PM is the elected dictator. PM is the most important officer, authoritative person, and the Professor Khan says the movement from the cabinet minister. PM is not a change in position, but it is the change in the dimension. PM is the heart of the cabinet, focal point of the political system. He is the real executive of the country, despite the constitutional provision of the waste and the model of the cabinet of government of India. The Prime Minister has emerged as the undisputed chief of executive, and the personality of the Prime Minister determine the nature of the authority that she likely to exercise. It is phase not the phase of describe the power of the PM. For instance, there is a key difference between the power of the I.K. Gujral and Indira Gandhi and Chandrasekharan. So, strangely, Constitution does not throw much light on the power of Prime Minister, but role and responsibility of PM is there shall be a Council of Ministers with Prime Minister's head in the work. 74 of Constitution expressly state that Prime Minister shall be a head on the Council of Ministry. Hence, the other minister cannot be the function without the Prime Minister. 75 other provision of the minister. 75 PM would advise the President allocation of Council of 78 is the Constitution define the duty of Prime Minister to communicate to the President all decision Council of Minister to furnish the information relating to administration affair of the legislature, and the President so required to submit the consideration of Council of Ministers and decision. PM advise the President and for formation of Council of Ministers collecting the rank of portfolio hierarchy. Theoretically, the PM is free to choose the Council of Ministers, but the parliamentary history, including the British parliamentary history, reflect the different story. In nitty-gritty, the PM can't ignore the tradition, custom, ethnic, religion, caste representation. Besides, the PM can hardly ignore the various important leader. But the PM belong to the majority of form the government, and a type of compulsion formulation of Council of Ministers, since no single party can be in majority. PM has to manage the coalition government, whereas the PM has to accept the term and conditions, and the PM responsible for the smooth conduct of affairs of cabinet. The Council of Ministers has to meet the regularly take the decision. PM being the head of Council of Ministers, it is the responsibility of the PM ensure the smooth functioning of the conduct, and PM is responsible for the decision where is to meet the issue of the discuss. The PM has a responsibility of preparing the cabinet meeting, providing the agenda. PM is chief coordinator. PM represent the government of thereby clarify the position of the government. PM usually speak about the policy of government. He clarify the justify the government policy. He is a crisis manager. PM defend the government inside as well as outside the house, manage the controversies, or when the government is alleged, he is the chief crisis manager. He manage all the problems, center-state relation, natural calamity, disasters. PM is chief country, and even when he is outside the country, irrespective of the fact that there is a number of ministers having an independent charge, defense, internal security, PM play important role in the foreign affairs, defense, and internal security. So PM is referred the primus inter pares, which means the first among the equals. This is can understood to the evolution of parliament. Earlier in the time of the monarch, the crown enjoy the privileges. The crown operates with the ministry advisor who gave the advice to the king. However, the advice was not binding to the king, and the parliamentary system considered modification of monarchical system. PM is appointed to run the country. He is considered to be the deciding officer, but no council of ministers subordinate to him. He is just a first among the equals. This view negated that many theories. They believe that PM being the prima inter pares theoretically, but true practically by the truth that is the prime minister is the much more powerful. And the position of PM has been expressed through the number of phrase inter still Luna Myers, pivot of the whole system of the government, the steering wheel of the ship state, elected monarch, elected dictator. Nevertheless, the position of the PM cannot be explained through a single phase. In fact, the role, position of authority of PM are not known. So the phrase of through the phase. So instance for the position of Nehru can't be commented. I.K. Gujral position of Indira Gandhi can't be compared with the Morarji Desai. So PM relationship with the president, PM position cabinet, PM position within party of the government, and PM position among the people. So PM standing international politics, PM position within the parliament. PM relationship with the president. PM President of India is not an exact replica of the British crown. The president position is dignity and authority. It is embrace and frustrate the initiative of the government, especially the legislative in the area of the non-money bill. This was quite relevant to the era of activist president. A non-supportive president of India limit the authority of the prime minister. So the president become a factor to enhancing the diminishing the image of the authority of the prime minister. Nehru is unequivocally considered to be the one of the most powerful prime minister. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was not complete automation. Thus, authority of the Nehru was restricted as a time relevant to the comply Hindu marriage bill imposition of the Article 356. Though Nehru was a very powerful, he had to face some restriction and limitations. In the late throughout this position, president was considered to be a position of authority rather than non-entity. Radhakrishnan enjoyed the respect authority in times of Indira. The position of president was reduced. Large extent Indira enjoyed the support to president V.V. Giri and the Fakhruddin Ali Ahmad. The reign of the Indira referred as the prime ministerial government. Era of the Morarji Desai, Neelam Sanjeev Reddy was not supportive to the prime minister. Thus, the PM was weak. Gyani Jail Singh was very supportive to Indira Gandhi, so she was very powerful. In this time, Rajiv Gandhi, the position of PM was considered to be very powerful. In fact, this era also refers prime ministerial era. However, the position of prime minister suffers some limitations and non-support from the president. Gyani Jail Singh. For instance, Rajiv Gandhi was failed to pass the Indian Postal Bill, and the Jail Singh was the pocket veto. So considered to be the activist era of the president. The president chose the exercise pocket veto, and K.R. Narayanan and Abdul Kalam president, who was considered to be the activist. Narayanan ensured the president rule was not imposed. UP and Bihar. Narayanan also started the letters of support system for forming the government in case of no party achieving the required majority. Abdul Kalam took more required time in giving the assent to the office of Prophet, and he also sent back the reconsideration of representation amendment bill. In brief, the role of PM was limited by President. The role of President undermined and restricted to the position of Prime Minister. The predecessor of Kalam, Pratibha Patil, was non-assertive. Thus, the PM enjoyed more comfortable position. If the PM enjoy a position of authority as a cabinet, then the PM become very powerful or authority is dissolved. So, if there are cabinet member who have equal footing with the PM, then the position of PM is compromised. Initially, Vallabhbhai Patel was a counter to the authority of Nehru. After the diminution of Patel, Nehru became the unquestionable leader. The Lal Bahadur Shastri in initial day of his office was weak because of Morarji Desai, but after the Indo-Pak War, the success was strengthened the position of Shastri when Indira became the Prime Minister. She was quite weak as there was the number of towering personality in the cabinet. Morarji Desai's power was weakened by presence of Jagjeevan Ram and Charan Singh. Indira Gandhi and Rajiv Gandhi both enjoyed a lot of authority. No powerful individual in cabinet. Rajiv was very dominant in cabinet. A post position of the VP Singh is the because of presence of Devi Lal in cabinet. In era of the coalition, Atal Bihari Vajpayee was very strong PM and cabinet irrespective of the fact that they managed a number of party, but he was very much accepted. The incumbent prime minister of the Manmohan has the compromise position. PM position within the party. If the PM is the most important leader in the position of party or the among the political party which provide the majority, then the position of PM is very strong. On the contrary, the PM is not accepted phase of the figure within the political party. Strength of PM in the era of Nehru. Initial Nehru was not all the powerful, but the Patel. Nevertheless, there was a national euphoria, and the freedom struggle. Nehru symbolized the phase of the new India. This put him in the very dominant position, and later the Indira Gandhi was weak. PM's initial day in the office, she became a very powerful and liberation of Bangladesh after the squashing Pakistan Indo-Pak war. Barua once remarked that Indira is India and India is India, and the Morarji Desai did not have a strong presence in the party. Indira was the back to the power again. She was party president and she was extremely powerful. After the diminish of India, the Rajiv became the party of presidents and powerful. VP Singh formed the government and he was a weak PM. Similarly, Chandrasekhar became the PM with the outside support of Congress, so he was the weak too, and the same to the case of the Deva Gowda, I.K. Gujral. But Atal Bihari Vajpayee, in spite of forming the coalition, was a powerful personality. He was accepted leader and which formed the government the incumbent PM position. There is no doubt that the acceptable leader but not the most acceptable leader. PM position among the people of the country. So PM position is linked to the popularity of PM. The PM enjoying the towering position and the position regard to the people of the country put the party in favorable position. Nehru considered to be the charismatic personality. Indira Gandhi is the Garibi Hatao success of Indo-Pak war and Bangladesh liberation glorified image. Rajiv is the luxury sympathy by the people India and for assassination of India. Besides, he is the progressive. PM is the very popular among the people of India. Other like the Chandrasekhar and the Charan Singh was not popular. The public opinion is the very essential deciding the PM. So PM position within the parliament. The PM and Council of Ministers responsible to the Lok Sabha. PM should be the present to the answer to the inform the legislative attend the legislature. In other words, he meets all the query made by the member on the important aspect policy announcement, but in the reality PM is the taking diversion through the extra constitutional body. The speaker while deciding upon the rule business and the house consult PM. So the PM and council minister is the more responsive toward the party president and leader of the party. And apart from there is the inner cabinet, kitchen cabinet. The inner cabinet is one of the PM select the member whom trust. The inner cabinet discuss the important matter. This is the extra constitutional body. The kitchen cabinet is quite similar to the inner cabinet, which consists of family member, friend, and PM. Also the referred as the prime minister house. Some of the most important decisions regarding the socio-economic development of country are taken by the cabinet. Now this was all about the PM and the prime minister. Now we are going to discuss about the parliament. Okay, after parliament we will go for the judiciary, and after judiciary we will go for the intra-governmental relation and cabinet secretariat, which is very important, and PMO and secretariat of director, ministerial and department attached office, board and commission. And now we will going to discuss COVID, reason of COVID. So after that we will go for the plans and priority, which will be the machinery of planning commission, plan formulation, relevance of planning, rationale behind the planning, and the decentralized planning, Niti Aayog, and the initiative of decentralized planning. So these two chapters we are going to discuss today.